Because in 2020, look around you. Women now know exactly who they are, what they are, how they're built and what they can achieve. Now I challenge you. Try take a woman down in today's society. It's not gonna happen.
Any of you, I'm willing to do it because change needs to happen in Wales right now, starting with the councils, the public service, yes, the police. All those institutions in Wales are still systematically racist, every single one of them, and we need to do something about it. So I'm going to say, as I normally do,
we will fight for our babies, our sisters, our nieces, granddaughters, mothers, grandmothers and aunts. We will fight for our equality in this world. We will fight for our rights. We will fight for each other. And this is a fight they cannot win because the strongest person to walk this earth is the Black Queen. Yeah. I'd like to think after my personal experiences in life, I could be someone not only my little sisters look up to, but all the women who know me. Without incredible details involved, this time 2 years ago, I couldn't speak unless spoken to. I couldn't walk with my head held high. I couldn't be proud of the woman I was because I was made to believe I was less than what I am worth. Growing up, I was always the loudest in the room. I went from that to the quietest. But I flipped that all around and here I am today, leading a march to empower all of our beautiful sisters. I want any woman out there to know you will get out of it and you will be you 1,000 times once more. I hope that I can inspire women to look past their current situation, to remember their worth, to straighten their crown and keep it moving. We have made amazing history and we will continue to do so, but now, out of the shadows. Say it with me, Black women matter.
Black women matter.
Thank you.
Hi everyone.
Have it anyway.
she's a leader, trust me, she's a
Who
leader.
needs a megaphone when you got me? Right guys, here we are again. Thank you. Right, where do I start? I don't even know. I got told, Nelly, we need you. There's a march. I was like, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm here. Sorry, what are we doing? Do you know why? Because it no longer matters to me. If I hear there's a cause to stand up against racism, for equality, for human rights, and to get us to where we need to be, trust me, I will be there. Females, let's talk about women. Women. Now, which way do I want to address women? By colour? By religion? By weight? By hair colour? By your dress size? By your shoe size? By your fleeky nails? By what? Because women are not women anymore, are they? Women are not allowed to be women. God forbid you are now a black, Asian, Muslim, hijab-wearing woman. Imagine what type of a life that is for you. Yeah, no, let's go through it. Women. Every man, we understand men. I am a Muslim. I will say, I believe in men's rights and I believe in women's rights, okay? Everybody has been created differently, been given their own purpose and their own journeys in life. Women, we bear children. We birth children. We raise children. We educate those children. Those children grow up to be men in a society where then they try to tell women what they're going to do. I do not think so. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah? Let's take this straight back because let's never lose the cause. Black Lives Matters. That's what I stand for here. Okay? Now we all probably know here where the system was created from. The 13th Amendment, how they illegalized drugs in order to enslave all the black people again. Let's not forget here, these systems were not only written by white people to keep black people suppressed, they were written by white males in order to keep black females suppressed. Now, if people don't understand this, not only in society are we fighting to try and gain equality, respect, and rights, and show that we have value and there is a purpose here. The first and foremost thing we gotta do is justify the fact that we're women. Yes. Nah, mate, you ain't challenging me no more. So I'm a woman with a big mouth. Huh? The whole of Cardiff knows that. The whole of Wales knows that. Actually, internationally they know that. So now you can't take me down like Queen Bee by there for her voice. Shut her, woman. So, first of all, what? They gotta stay at home. They gotta cook. They gotta clean. Bring the past back. You just destroyed my now. But what I refuse to let anybody do is you ain't taking my future. Because in 2020, look around you. Women now know exactly who they are, what they are, how they're built, and what they can achieve. Now I challenge you. Try take a woman down in today's society. It's not gonna happen. I just want you all to know, every woman that stands in front of me, I literally, right, I don't like these terms, rainbows, and forget, we're not rainbows, we're humans, okay? I'm not out here saying we're all unicorns, like we're humans. See, that when we come to this country, we're what, looking for your passports? We're educated to the point where we've got double degrees. Yeah? We live in societies today where, yes, we work harder than even men do. Because if you guys know, you probably know is Muhammad, peace be upon him. Any man or any existence I have ever known, Allah himself, God himself, has wrote a whole verse for the woman. Woo! Woo! And people think in Islam women are oppressed. No.
And the reason why we are still hearing this is because we are being oppressed, okay? There are so many intelligent black people of colour, black women, strong black women, intelligent black people, people of colour. But yet, I'm still hearing the first. The first we're doing this. The first we're achieving that. There's something not right. And we all together still need to do something about it. I've been hearing her earlier about the strong black community that is in South Wales. And hardly anybody knows about it in Wales. Why? Because you're being oppressed. In Wales, in particularly, and I have to focus on Wales because we all live here, okay? And we need to understand the truths that you are not being told. So you really need to educate yourself and look what's going on in the actual country in Wales that you live in, okay? There are so many things that people of colour have achieved, that women have achieved. And a woman of colour has a double blow. One, because they are a woman, and two, because of the colour of their skin. So whatever they want to achieve, because of this systematic racism that is in our system, we're being oppressed. And yes, and not only did they call her out because of the colour of her skin, because of her weight, because of her intelligence, Sianda was brave enough to speak up. But the teachers put her down because she had intelligence to tell them this is not right. Yeah. Their excuse? We've got 2,000 other children here to deal with. So we can't deal with everybody. That is wrong. That is oppression right there. They were not being listened to. And the teachers did not understand. Their teachers, they should understand and educate themselves about every ethnic community or every ethnic person that's in their school. So it starts from the school, okay? I even had to intervene. I had to bring in an MP. I had to bring in a solicitor, only to be told I couldn't take this further because a drama teacher decided to discriminate Sianda and another boy, black boy, and didn't want to speak to them and include them in the classes because of the colour of their skin. But I was told I couldn't do high. Why? Because they're an academy and they do not answer to anyone, not even the council. Okay? So I'm trying to educate you now, so you know if you have this oppression, you can try and do something about it with your own children. Do you understand, guys, where I'm coming from?
Yes, we do.
Yes? Okay? So after that, I had to take her out of the school because she was bullied that much. I had to take her out and put her in Lenition. And this is where I involved a guy called Jeff Cuthbert, who is now, I think, some kind of commissioner for the Gwent Police. He couldn't do anything either. Why? I think he just didn't want to be honest. But we had moved areas by then because I was sick of the oppression that I was getting in Cardiff. Sick of it. Very sick of it. And no one would do anything. And I tried my best to get answers. But there was not enough people that could guide me. And this is a shame because you have a wonderful black community, an ethnic community in South Wales, and no one wants to know about it. No one wants to educate themselves about it. But you need to, guys, because we all need to be integrated together. We all do. We all do. Your Wales, beautiful country, embrace it. And embrace every single person that's in the country, in Wales. And I have to hide. No, he said. Now, if that isn't racist oppression against people of colour, I don't know what is. And then to top it off, the jury heard all of that. They're basically telling us that it wasn't a fair trial. That's what they told us, basically. But still, the jury saw fit to find her guilty after hearing that confession from the police. Because who she was tried by, it wasn't her peers from Swansea. They weren't her peers. They didn't understand what it's like to be a powerful, strong black woman, which Sianda was at the tender age of 20. I strongly believe that. They didn't understand. Why didn't they understand? Because it's all in the system. It's right here in Wales. Yes? The inequality is right here in Wales. How can you sit down and listen to a police officer confess that they didn't investigate the hate crime and still find that person guilty? If she was white, what do you think would have happened? Please tell me. Would she have been convicted guilty?
No.
No.
She would
No,
have
she
been
wouldn't.
compensated.
She
would have
wouldn't.
been fine.
Okay? Nothing would have happened to that person if Sianda was white. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, that it's happening here in Wales, and this is why I've probably been asked to speak to you, because I'm passionate that I have something to compare it to coming from Birmingham. And I'm not saying Birmingham doesn't suffer racism, it bloody well does. But Wales is backwards at least 20 years. And it needs to come forward. It needs to come forward. And you all need to unite. The crowd that's here now, you need to pass on the information that you hear from the speakers today. And you need to educate yourself in how you can be part of the movement to bring this forward and have strong black women, strong black men, people of colour integrate with you all as equals, because we are still not equals. We are still not equals. We are still not equals. And it's not about just coming to this protest and just listening. We need to start doing, I said before, we talk the talk, but we flipping need to do the work as well. Yes. We need to do it. And I say it with passion and I shout. Because yes, it's my daughter that's suffering. I'm suffering. But I've got passion about this as well. And I've never known how to use my voice. Unfortunately, what's happened to Sianda has forced me to use my voice. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. And it means me helping. If it means me helping educate any of you, I'm willing to do it, because change needs to happen in Wales right now, starting with the councils, the public service, yes, the police, all those institutions in Wales are still systematically racist, every single one of them, and we need to do something about it. So I'm going to say, as I normally do, justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
And we need to work together, guys. We need to. Thank you ever so much.
Wales, and we've deployed 5 race advocates for youth. So what they're going to do is act independently from the council, from the school, and if someone comes to them with a racist issue, we're going to take it on independently and act as mediators. We don't want
It can't always be about the trauma that we're facing day in and day out. And sometimes we need to come together and we need to do more about celebrating who we are and what we've achieved. It is so vitally important that within the trauma and within the fights for justice, there's some celebration of what we have actually done. And you know, when we were listening about the Campbell initiative, you know, there's another great woman, Betty Campbell, and yeah, goodness, we're going to have a statue next year for Betty Campbell, yeah? But Betty Campbell, I truly believe, was...
Asha, hi. This is Tia, this is Talia. We're 3 women who found each other through this collective called Ladies of Rage.
I came to Cardiff and I was shit scared, so I'm swearing. And I didn't speak.
That's why people like you standing here today is so important, and today has almost brought a tear to my eye so many times. That's mad. That's not okay. I don't have children yet. I'm 22.
Carry this on. Whatever you do, do it knowing that your black sisters here and abroad need you. We all need you. This fight will go on and on and on. Do not stop the narrative. Even when the newspapers tell you there's something else going on, we're still fighting and we will continue to fight. Solidarity, my sisters. Black women matter.